Allah Imla, Alahaya Nawa, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shah, Mashiach, Wa Malaki, Bahashim, Hara, Rabba, Kakorash, Barakatham, Darawa, Salakia, Baba, Bawa, Kwam, Yasharala. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach us daily, and to all you brothers out there teaching and likewise doctrine, I say to you, Shalom. Uh, today we get into this video, and the apostles and elders and all the brothers for years been telling y'all this is about to happen. This is going to happen, what I'm about to bring out now. And it's right on the cusp, you know what I'm saying? So what's going on is the government has a 501c3 with these churches. It's a tax break. And what it stipulates is that the churches, they get to keep all the tithe money that they collect in exchange for the pastors in these churches are not allowed to tell you the truth about who everybody is. They're not allowed to tell you who Jake really is, who the Israelites really are, who Esau Edom is. They're not allowed to tell you. What they are about to tell you, though, is to do what the government says. You see what I'm saying? So they're about to sway everybody into doing what the government says, and what the government is about to tell you to do. They're about to come around people up and put them in FEMA camps, like we've been saying for years. And they need the pastors to keep people calm, you know. But in reality, these pastors about to betray everybody in them churches. They about to sell out for money, in which they already sold their soul anyway, by entering a covenant with Esau Edom anyway. But let's get this video, Crump, and then we're gonna bring out some scriptures, see what's happening. Let me blow it up. Now, here it says, let me move this out of the way so I can see what's going on. All right, it says, I can't read the top, but it says use pastors as pacifiers in preparation for martial law. Now this been, you see the date on this? May 24th, 2006. FEMA program trains pastors as secret police enforcers. Let me read this. A pastor has come forward to blow the whistle on a nationwide FEMA program, which is training pastors and other religious representatives to become secret police enforcers who teach their congregation to obey the government in preparation for a declaration of martial law, property and firearms seizures, and forced relocation. Their forced relocation, they're going to relocate you to a FEMA camp. That's why they're making housing so unaffordable, so people can get evicted on purpose. This is Esau, one of Esau's plays in his playbook. But let's let her speak.
So on today's episode of Your Government is Trying to Unalive You, let's talk about this FEMA program that is training pastors to be police enforcers. So if you look at the article, it was written in 2006, which I love it because it has survived censorship for all these years. But let's talk about it. A pastor has come forward to blow the whistle on a nationwide FEMA program, which is training pastors and other religious representatives to become secret police enforcers who teach their congregations to obey the government in preparation for declaration of martial law, property and firearm seizures, and forced relocation. Bitch, I better pay attention now. FEMA directors told the pastors that attended that it was their job to help implement FEMA and Homeland Security directives in anticipation of any of these eventualities. The first directive was for the pastors to preach to their congregations Romans 13, which is a Bible verse that's usually taken out of context. So we're gonna get back to that.
It is taken out of context. That's what Esau does. He takes the whole Bible out of context. Now let's get Jeremiah chapter 5, verse 26. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares, they set a trap, they catch men. Now we've been telling y'all to come up out these churches because these pastors been lying to you. That's why they hate us. All right. Now let's get how can you tell a false prophet? That's easy. It's so easy to tell a false prophet. You can tell who's following Yahweh Shai, and you can tell who's under the foot of Esau Edom. Now, how you can tell they follow the laws or not. Now, it's impossible for us to follow the laws to 100% because we're still in captivity, but here are a few clues that let you know if your pastor has got a bald head and a bald face, he in with Esau. All right. Now let's get some scriptures to substantiate what I just said about the hair. See if I can find it real quick. Y'all bear with me, Baba Kushai. I just saw it, y'all. Let me see. Right, here we go. This is Leviticus, the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 27. Ye should not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. Mar means to impair the appearance of, disfigure, or ruin. They shave because Esau told them to. And to make them look like little boys instead of the men they are. The reason Israelite men have beards is so the world can perceive you as a man. And they would treat you accordingly. But you know, Esau, he's so adverse against the Bible. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Now let's get Leviticus chapter 21, verse 5. Thou shalt not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corners of their beard, nor make any cuttings in their flesh. That goes to tattoos. Okay, now let's get, let me see what else I want to bring up. Yeah, false prophets. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 13. For such are false prophets, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostles of Hamashiach. See, they come at you, that's the devil transforming himself into an angel of light. Them pastors in your church, deceitful workers of iniquity. Verse 14, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. That's them deceitful pastors up in their line of y'all taking y'all money. And they about to prep y'all to go in the camp. These pastors about to betray everybody in that church. Verse 15, therefore it is no great thing in his ministers also be transformed as the ministers of righteousness, whose end shall be according to their works. A lot of pastors nowadays, they killing themselves. You know why? Because they got the spirit of Judas. They know they betrayed the Lord and they can't live with it. Let me see what else I got on this page. Okay, that's all on that one. Let's let her speak some more. Let's bring this out.
We're going to get back to that. But Romans 13 is what they use to teach the congregation to obey the government when martial law is declared. Okay, but we're going to get to Romans 13. So I'm going to let you know exactly what it says. It was related to the pastors that quarantines, martial law, and forced relocation were a problem for state authorities when enforcing federal mandates due to the cowboy mentality of citizens standing up for their property and Second Amendment rights, as well as farmers defending their crops and livestock from seizures. So hold on, y'all been trying to take people crops and they livestock, and now we in a food shortage. But hold on. It was stressed that the pastors preach subservience to the authorities authorities ahead of time in preparation for these roundups and to make it clear to the congregation that this is for their own good.
See, that's how Esau gets you.
Good?
That's how Esau gets you. Peace and safety, then sudden destruction. I think that's Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. Matter of fact, let me get that. Bear with me. Yeah. Actually, that's not it. Oh, let me go back 1 minute. See what it was.
This is for their own good.
Okay. It wasn't Zechariah, Salaki, Baba Shah. That's First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3, Salaki. But when they say peace and safety, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them, as travaileth upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. You're gonna be up in them FEMA camps.
Who on good? Not mine, but hold on. We're gonna get to Romans 13 now because I want y'all to see what that say. This is Romans 13, King James Version. Okay, it says, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, but there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God. Whosoever therefore resisted the power, resisted the ordinance of God, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
See, now Esau gonna take that verse and he gonna take it out of context to get you to do what he wants you to do. Now, even though the Lord has set this up so that Esau is he's ruling, because Job chapter 9 verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. If not so, where and who is he? Yeah, that's true. And the Lord also told you to live peaceably among men if when possible. But there is another scripture that knocks all that out, what Esau trying to put up as far as Romans chapter 13. And that is we're going to the book of Acts, chapter 5, verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey Yahweh rather than men. So whenever y'all pastor come at y'all doing the work of Esau, give them Acts chapter 5, verse 29. And Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey Yahweh rather than men. Now, what else they gonna come with? Now let's get this one. This is, now, how can you tell the true prophets? That's easy also. And we can start here. This is Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, is because there is no light in them. All these pastors do is get up in these churches. They hardly read scriptures, and if they do, they take it out of context to make it fit everybody. Everybody can be saved. No, that is only for Israel. And then they just freestyle feelings and thoughts and emotions the rest of the way. So no, they're not coming out this book. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 20. Knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation. It says what it says. It does not mean for you to take it out of context. And if you don't understand what it means, you better ask somebody. You better ask one of the true prophets of Yahweh Shai, not one of these bought and paid for pastors. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with the sore destruction. That means come up out of the ways of Babylon, the thinking of Babylon. All this stuff y'all hold dear to your heart don't mean nothing, because all of it's about to be destroyed. All right. Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. Y'all better come up out them churches. But see, when we tell our people this, they don't want to hear it. They actually want to believe Esau. They actually want to believe these false prophets, these liars that they call pastors. And they come in this spirit right here. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 10. Which say to the seer, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. That's what's wrong with our people. They don't want to hear the truth. Now, you got to be a troubled soul if you know the truth but deny the truth, but you rather hear lies, you were meant to be destroyed anyway. And this one is for those pastors up in there about to lie to everybody. They probably grooming y'all right now. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 41, verse 8. Woe be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High Yahweh. For if ye increase, it will be to your destruction. Thank you, Dan. Pastors, this for you. Matthew, chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon. Mammon means money. Pastors, this one's for you. Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 26. Her priests have violated my law and have profaned mine holy things. They put no difference between the holy and the profane. Everybody's welcome in the church. Alphabet gang members, the alphabet mafia, sodomites, lesbians, pedophiles, homosexuals, everybody. The Lord loves everybody. See, they put no difference between the holy and the profane. Neither have they showed difference between clean and unclean, and have hid their eyes from my Sabbaths, and I am profane among men. They lied on the Lord. They demonized the Lord. Straight up lied, telling me he coming down here to save everybody. No, he's not. He's only coming for the 1/3 of Israel, 144,000. Everybody else either getting death or slavery. And that's the truth of the Bible. Judges. This is for these hard-headed Israelites, so-called blacks, Native Americans, Hispanics, and Latinos. Judges chapter 10, verse 13. Ye have forsaken me and serve other gods. Wherefore I will deliver you no more. Verse 14. Go and cry unto the gods where ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in your time of tribulation. White Jesus ain't coming back to save nobody. He going into slavery. So how he gonna save you? Y'all better wake up and get off that nonsense. Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish children, which means stupid. And they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 5. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them. Now, when all this come to pass, that all the prophets of Yahweh Shah been telling y'all come to pass, don't be looking stupid then. You're gonna let Esau and these false pastors lure you right into their trap, and then you done. Let's get let me see, Matthew chapter 24. That's not it. Chapter 24, verse 11. And many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many. I think it's a game. Let her finish.
Obey the government or be killed. Yeah. Yeah, this, y'all.
That's why you need Yahweh Shai. He's the only one that can deliver up out of here. Yahweh Shai means he is the deliverer. The only one that's gonna be able to get you out of Babylon when it's on fire from nuclear weapons. And that only way up out of here is you got to get up on them on one of them chariots. If you ain't aboard one of them chariots, you done, dude. Walking charcoal, Applewood, Mesquite, Jack Daniels Special Blend. All I see is walking charcoal. Especially with the Alphabet Mafia. Oh, they done, dude. They done. You might have to stick a fork in them. They done. Now, how do we know this? Because the seals have been, the book has been unsealed in the last days, and he revealed everything unto his prophets. You don't believe it? Check this. First Colossians, chapter 1, verse 26. Even the mystery which have been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints. Only the prophets, baby. Verse 29. That's not it. Slide you. Amos chapter 3, verse 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. If your pastor ain't telling you what I'm telling you, he's not a prophet of Yahweh. He's a servant of Esau. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 32. And the spirit of the prophets are subject unto the prophets. That means when you died a long time ago, if you came back prophesying in this life, you were a prophet back then. Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 4. Then the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. But let Esau tell it, he want to kill a child after they born. Talking about it's not alive. Oh, yes, it is. Let me see. Romans chapter 8, verse, let's start at 16. The spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh. How else will we know this information? Romans chapter 8, verse 29. For whom he did know, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. That's the elect. If you ain't part of the elect, you done. Now let's get whatever. I mean, Salakia. Matthew. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 11. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. Verse 24. For there shall arise false Hamashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, in so much that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Yeah, a lot of people gonna get taken by this device. But prophecy. So, I mean, if you get took by it, you were destined to get taken. Let me see. Let's finish the video.
This is serious. And a lot of people probably wondering, like, why would they use the pastors? The pastors are trusted community officials, okay? A lot of times your pastor is somebody that you grew up with since you was a child. So you trust them and you believe that they will tell you the truth about what's going on in the world and help you to be able to maneuver in society. But
they're not allowed, sister. That's what you don't understand. Yeah, they smile in your face, get your hugs and all that, but they are deceivers. They lying to you in your face. How can you trust somebody like that? These pastors are the service of Esau to round you up, to keep you in peace, tell you to go with them, go with them. No. Just like they got the pastors to try to get everybody to take this vaccine, because they want somebody who looks just like you, because you'll trust them, somebody who looks just like you, versus an Edomite. And that's what all these celebrities, so-called Black celebrities, politicians, athletes, actors, musicians, they're all servants of Esau. They just got longer leashes. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they are, and they that are led of them are destroyed. That's it right there. Y'all listen to these pastors you want to, they gonna betray you, and then they gonna get you in them FEMA camps because Esau told them to do it. Do whatever you gotta do, say whatever you gotta say, just make sure they go into the FEMA camps. The pastor say, okay. Why? Because the pastor, he's rewarded with those mansions, those mega churches, those private jets, those Rolls Royces and Cadillacs. Yeah, that's his payment for betraying his own people.
when these pastors are getting paid by the government, the separation of church and state does not exist anymore, and they are out here betraying the people for money. Share.
She's right. She is absolutely right. Now let's get a few more scriptures, then we're gonna close this thing out. And we told y'all this is gonna happen. Starting from the apostles and the elders and the brothers on down. We told y'all. This is the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 18. Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth Yahweh and him that serveth him not. These lying pastors gonna get y'all hemmed up, and he ain't gonna be nowhere to be found. Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 3. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. First Corinthians chapter 1. We'll start at verse 20. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Have not God Yahweh made foolish the wisdom of this world? Pseudoscience, thoughts, feelings, emotions. That ain't got nothing to do with prophecy. Verse 27. But God Yahweh have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. The prophets. And Yahweh have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty, all these strongholds, all these lies. We punching right through them because they got a stronghold on your mind. And this right here show you, this verse right here show you that the Lord is not with these pastors. The Lord is not with these rich men of this world. Matthew chapter 19, verse 23. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. Verse 24. And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. So all you mega church pastors, y'all ain't going. You know why? Because you're liars. Let me see what else I got for y'all. Piss me off, man. All right, we'll get a couple more, then we'll close out. And we're going to bring this one out again. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 20. Knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation. Them thoughts, them feelings, them emotions, leave them at home because they ain't got nothing to do with this book and they ain't got nothing to do with prophecy. Well, I think it don't matter. Well, I feel it don't matter. Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. Hold up. Let me see what else I got. So I hit this last one. I think I got that one. Let me see. So like you. Yeah, I got that one already. Okay. We're gonna get where is it? Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. Everybody in the saint, everybody in the Israelite, and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Esau. So enjoy these last few days of your kingdom, Esau, because the rest of your existence, you're gonna be working, homie. 6 days a week, round the clock, in the sun, for free, rebuilding our kingdom after you, old dumbass, destroy your own. Esau is intelligent enough to put himself into slavery. You're gonna follow somebody like that, you deserve to be destroyed your damn self. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, Mashiach, wa Malakia, by Hashem, Harawah, Kakodash, Barak Thumb, Darawa Salakia, by Wawa Kwam Yasharala, Shalom.